Last time we were here, we were racing the ND around this circuit, but now that we have the new NA Miata out, I decided it was time to give it a shot. Now, this is a car I own in real life, so I can actually see how close it is to real-life handling, braking, and overall performance. I'll be running the stock setup to get started, and let's see what it can do. It looks like the current world record lap is a 1:34.88, so I guess that's going to be our target. Now, like I mentioned, this is the stock setup, so I'm still running I think it's like the 90s street tires, so I'll be a little bit down on grip for these laps. Oh, not the best on the brakes, but hey, we kept it on track, the lap's clean. I wonder if I fully set the pedals yet, so let me just mash the brake pedal down to make sure I've got the maximum amount of travel being registered by the brake pedal. So far it feels very similar to my car, except I don't think I have quite this much understeer, but I am on significantly better tires, so that might have something to do with it. Okay, let's go. Now, going by the interior, I'm pretty sure this car is modeled off a 96 or 97 NA Miata, so it should be the 1.8 motor, which is the bigger of the two options. You also could get, in the earlier years, a 1.6. And I think you can get the 1.6 in the ND as well now. Tail happy and understeery. That's pretty much just like the real car. Okay, let's actually try and get a good lap in now. Brakes are atrocious, which is pretty accurate for a Miata actually. Lots of mid-corner understeer. Almost wonder I should have gone down to first gear through that corner. Not a particularly fast car. I could have a nice little meal before I get to the next corner. Kind of scrubbing too much speed right now. I've got to remember this is a momentum car. Okay, let's get it back here, turn on the apex. Again, just trying to keep it neat and tidy. Okay, so we'll call this our baseline lap.
You just improved your best lap time. Good job.
1:37.648, which is pretty bad, but I think we have some time in the tires. So I'm going to start with just putting the better tires on it. Not going to do anything else. Let's see what happens. I'm actually not quite sure what the 90s kind of street tire compound is supposed to represent. I mean, it's not that far off my car on 185 Walmart tires. Those are terrible. Okay, still no stability under braking. Gotta remember that. anything, I think it's gotten worse with the better tires. Just absolutely wants to back into these corners. Now, I will admit these cars do have that habit. I don't think it's quite this abrupt. They'll understeer more under braking. Down for this long straight again. And we're making it to fourth gear. Okay, let's use a bit more pedal and brake a little later. That really gets out of shape under heavy braking. I have to say, I don't think that's quite right. I mean, it feels like it's got some wacko rear toe setting on it. Okay, we're going to do one more lap.
Good
We'll
job.
start messing
That's
with
your
the setup.
best time so far.
This car just absolutely pitches sideways under braking. I mean, I know my driving technique kind of induces oversteer under braking, but this is just miserable. I could read a book driving down this straight. I don't think we have the grip to make it. Nah, we'll just make it. A little bit of drifting, but we'll claim it was intentional. Yeah, under acceleration the car feels very lifelike, but under braking feels a little bit too tail happy.
Good job.
Okay.
That's your best time so far.
So that was just with changing the tires. Now let's try and make this car a little bit more manageable to drive. We're getting closer to that world record time. Fuel. We don't need anywhere near that much fuel. There you go. 6 laps should be plenty. The alignment. Okay, let's see how much negative. Okay, in real life, an NA Miata is never, ever going to be getting. Well, actually, yeah, it's never gonna. Well, I shouldn't say never. I guess some NA Miatas can get 1.6 degrees negative toe, but it's very rare that you can get a Miata that can get 1.6 degrees negative front toe. I mean, I've seen some people post that they're getting numbers in that range, but I think your average NA Miata is going to be getting about 1, and most are going to probably be even less than that. Well, I don't know, maybe 1 is the average. Some get some like 1.2, others get 0.8, or in my case 0.5 because it's terrible. Yeah, negative 1.6 in a stock Miata without some sort of a cheetah ball joint is not going to happen. Toe. Looks like it's got a bit of toe out. And in the rear it has a bit of toe out. Oh, that's weird. I'm going to actually give it a... I'm going to 0 the toe. Let's see if it'll let me. Because there's something funky. I wonder if they have this backwards or something. I don't know. Camber. This, you do definitely want more rear camber. Now you can probably get 2 degrees in the rear of these guys stock, no problem. The eccentric bolts will allow you to get that, but you're not getting those front camber numbers. I'm gonna run. I just max out front cam, maybe not max out. This is a slowish track, and this game doesn't seem to quite treat camber the way it should. So I'm going to go with negative 1.7 degrees camber up front. Toe, I'm going to zero it out in the front. And I'm going to go back. I'm going to give it a tiny bit of toe in the rear. Yeah, let's see. Brake bias. Nope, can't fix that. Fuel, we've already fixed that. Tires. In real life, these pretty much numbers are good to go. Actually, I think it's tire pressure from the factory should be 26 psi, but 28 is actually close to what you would run if you're actually doing some sort of tracking activities. Of course, that depends on your tire you're on. If you're on a really sticky, performance tire, it's got sidewall to it, you'll be running 28, but if you're running more like street tires, you'll probably be running something in the 30s, so a little bit off there. I guess we'll leave it at that. Let's see what it can do. Okay, so just taking the fuel out of it should make the car significantly faster. Actually made the car a lot more manageable in the braking. Maybe just that insanely large fuel load throwing it off. Yeah, it feels much better now. It's not scaring me in the braking. A little bit too sideways there, scrub some time. It's a little late on that turn in. Let's see what we can do. Brake early for this and just try and carry the speed around the corner. I hit the brakes way too early though. Good speed, but too early. Maybe it was just that very high fuel load that was making it so tail happy. It's still tail happy, but much more typically tail happy. Let's see what we got. Okay, we're getting closer.
That's a world record lap. Well
No,
done.
we actually did
World
it.
record lap.
Wow. Well, let's keep going, see if we can improve any more. Gonna use up all the track there. I honestly didn't think that lap was going to be enough. It was just barely enough. Oh, and sideways we go. Well, we're just gonna pitch it around this way. A little bit of drifting. Feels like an open diff Miata, actually. Hard to tell. I'll have to check that out. Gonna just restart. Let's see if we can get slightly quicker lapping. Feel like we left some time out there. Ginger on the braking there. Yeah, kind of overdriving it now. Slightly better run onto this straight. Now last time we broke too early for this. upset the car that time. That didn't work. Yeah, I was just really in the groove that lap, and the rear of the car just wanted to follow me. Okay, one last lap, and then we're gonna call it a day. Kind of chucked the car in there that time. Slightly neater. Man, this straight takes forever in this car. Much better lap. And across the line. There we go.
That's a world record lap. Well done. World record lap.
Well, it looks like our final time will be a 1:33.7. Let's watch the replay. Okay, very last lap, I think. Let's back that up. Where did that start? Not quite sure. So that was on the last lap, so let's just back this all up. There we go. We're gonna get there eventually. Okay, here's the lap. Going into turn 1, I pretty much just threw the car at the corner. Got to the gas nice and early. Used up all the track. I was kind of off the apex on all of these guys. Could have been a little bit closer. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of time left in this run. That corner was pretty neat and tidy. I'm happy with that. And down the long straight we go. One thing this game's got done really well is it does kind of show off how much body roll these cars have. Because in stock form, these cars don't corner flat at all. Here we go, through the final complex here. This was nice and tidy. Could have gone a little faster, but I'm happy with that overall. And across the line. That was fun. Anyway, sure I left a lot of time in the first section. That's generally a place I find I don't quite push the cars hard enough. Other than that, I think that was a pretty buttoned up lap. I might come back again and try and see if I can whittle some more time off of that. But for now, I'm pretty happy with that lap. I felt that lap really was kind of doing the Miata justice. And since I own the car, I kind of have to at least try and set a lap that's going to be somewhat quick, I'd hope. Anyway, thanks for watching.